y'all, Billy and Michelle at Perma Pastures Farm. And this one decided to just go ahead and start making noise right now, right when we're filming. Okay, today we're going to be retrofitting this sheep tractor. Now, go back and check episode 100, and that's where she welded this thing, y'all. Every bit of it. She did it. There's a little side note, y'all. If you have young ladies or wives or any of the women in this world that want to learn to do something, encourage them, okay? As I did with her when she went off to welding school, used some of that GI Bill money to learn how to do this stuff. And so I guess that kind of qualifies me as the best husband in the world, right? Sorry, fellas, the rest of y'all are competing for second place. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, today what we got up here, we got one of those triangle sails inside that sheep tractor. Here's a good thing. First of all, it's served us well for a long time, for a couple of years now. Only downside is that when we have a snowstorm or any kind of significant snow, or even if it's raining, it might collect water. So in the past, I've basically taken my knife and poked some holes in there. It'll leak out, but it kind of defeats. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I was number one. I guess I just dropped back to like 1.5. Okay. So anyway, so what I've done is basically put holes in here from time to time. Hasn't worked out well. Hasn't been a great idea. Now, in the original sheep tractor, which was designed by the sheep tractor company, I want to make sure I give full credit to whom it belongs, because those are the people down there in Waco, Texas, who invented the whole concept for this. Now, since they came up with it, hang on, let this crotch rocket roll by. Since those people came up with it, back in the day, a lot of other people have replicated it, but strangely enough, nobody's ever given credit to the people that deserve it. They invented the whole concept on this, and it works beautifully. Now, theirs is a 16 by 16, ours is a 14 by 14, and it's about almost 5 feet tall. And of course, we designed it to be a third of the weight of the original one. We know for a fact what it weighs because we have one. We have, in fact, it's back at our other place in Texas. So it's back there, but we need something that in this tough terrain that we can actually push through here. I mean, it's pretty mountainous stuff, y'all. We got to be able to move it around.
The original one also doesn't have a cover on it.
Well, they made it to where you could take PVC and put little flexible things in there, but honestly, if you go that way,
it doesn't hold up.
No.
Like we did that in Texas, and the sun just warped it, so it doesn't really work.
Well, not only that, in a high windstorm, you got issues, nephew. So you want to make sure you do something else. Well, this was our solution for a while, but the problem is that when we get really, really bad inclement weather, we got to take them out of here, put a halter on them, take them up to the barn. That ain't cool. Today, we're going to change all that up. If you need anything, remember, check out the description box below, and be sure to go back and check out episode 100, where she welded this thing. I couldn't have been more proud of her. And this thing, haven't had to make any changes at all on anything she's done. It's held up perfectly, and believe me, we put this thing through the test. So I couldn't be more happy about my homestead honey making this thing for us. So like I said, check out the website, check out the description box. If you need anything, world's best deer repellent, we got it. Comfrey, we got it. Spoons, we got it. So all of it, check it out. Check us out on Patreon if you want some additional information. We put out some good stuff over there. All right, y'all, so here we go. I'm tearing this thing down. We basically, well, you can tell I didn't make this knot.
I didn't make it either.
Yeah, I guarantee you I didn't make this knot. William thinks I did a bunch of cocaine when I went into town. That's not the case, y'all. I took this product called Purple Sticks, which is basically a bunch of B vitamins, and it gives you a little bit of boost. What are y'all tripping about? Anyway,
it's like working with a chipmunk on, what was that cartoon?
Hoodwinked. where the squirrel got coffee.
Yeah.
Started teleporting.
Look, all I know, hey, it's better than caffeine, y'all, and it's all natural. So if I'm a little bit dopey today, it's not because I did cocaine. I don't do with any of that stuff, and I don't do any of that stuff you Hooter bandits mess with either. So I'm high on life and B12.
Okay, so let's tear this down.
All right, so I'm going to demolish this bad boy. All right, so what we had in here was basically a piece of 3/4 inch rigid rigid pipe. But this is why I carry, folks, my everyday carry, or my EDC, always has a knife and a Leatherman. Woo! Yeah, normally I need something that'll, like a nut driver to get this thing off. But that's why you always, people always wonder what I'm wearing. Well, this is what I'm wearing at all times. There's some other things in there too I don't usually talk about, but it's all there. So I'll get up here, we'll get this rigid pipe out, and this stuff is like highly expensive these days, so we got places for it. Probably in the high tunnel over there. So let me get over here. Flip it around like this and stick it up there. Walk on down.
Yeah, she's not even filming what we're doing.
See that, y'all? That's the greatest pyramid. That's what we did. All right, y'all, as you can see, it looks like Uncle Jed and Jethro put this thing up. So I don't like it. We're gonna make a slight adjustment. I'm gonna come down here with some bolt cutters, but it'll stay as long in the tooth, and I got some things I gotta get done. So this is what it looks like right now. Tomorrow we'll finish it up and make it look right. All right, y'all, next day, I'm a little less caffeinated, or B12 hopped up. Anyway, as you can see, this ain't very stable, and it doesn't look very good either. So what I'm gonna do is basically take those bolt cutters over there, cut a little bit of that candle paddle out, just enough to slip it on the inside. And then I'll do the same thing over here. It should shore it up in multiple ways. Last night I was thinking, I knew, it's one of those things, y'all, that when you know before you even do something, whether or not it's gonna work. And this is one of those times I should have listened to that still small voice telling me, don't do it this way. Anyway, never enough time to do it right the first time. Always time to go back and fix it. You know how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah. There we go. All we did was just take a 16-foot piece of cattle panel, and I want to give a shout out, honestly, to my man Troy, who came up with this idea. I mean, I didn't realize how to get this thing back, and this is why you always want a second opinion, y'all. Despite what you think you may or may not know, I was going to put this together in 2 pieces. He was like, well, dude, just roll it up, put some metal on it, and put it in the back of the truck, and it didn't even occur to me. So I'm pointing that out to say, well, first of all, let me set things right. Let me turn this, there you go. Didn't realize till just now. Okay, now I'm all set. Just saying that there are times you don't necessarily realize something is right there in front of your face, and this is one of those many, many times where something should have been obvious to me, but wasn't. So anyway, shout out to Troy. Now this thing is all said and done. Now, could it be a little bit wider? Yeah, we could go ahead and situate another one here, but I think this is going to do the trick, especially when we face this thing like we normally do. Like when we had the sail on, we would always set it up. If we knew a storm was coming in, we'd set it up to where the dominant wind, which for us is, anytime a storm rolls in, unless it's something weird, it's always going to come from southwest to northeast, at least where we are. That's where a dominant wind comes from. So we'll basically shimmy this thing to give at least one corner in the direction that's directly against the dominant wind that's going to be rolling in. So what do you think about all this?
Looks good.
Yeah, not the best color commentator for nothing, y'all. She loves her little sheepies out here, and if you see too much footage of the sheep, you'll know the reasons why. So here they are out here, no hay. We just kind of stockpile stuff in the area in this time of year. These guys do their thing. But honestly, I can already tell you that this is a much, much better design. And really, it kind of goes back to the original design of the sheep tractor company back in Texas. They basically had posts sticking up out of the corner. You'd stick a piece of 20-foot PVC in between it. Just didn't work well in high wind. I gotta say this, even though it might seem a little flimsy, it's gonna do the job. I guarantee it's gonna do the trick. And if need be, I can buttress this thing with some 550 cord or tie wire. So that's all said and done. So remember, check out the website, check us out on Patreon, check out the description box below. And until next time, this is Billy and Michelle from Perma Pastures Farm, where permaculture is my passion. We'll see y'all next time.